Good evening, YouTube. This is Boogeyman87 here. I'm doing a response to Religious Fiction's video entitled Atheists Why I Live. She posed this question to atheists and she wanted responses, and so I figured I might as well do one because I've got time on my hands right now to do one. I'm not letting some big mystery out of the bag here by saying, are on a very frequent basis are asked, why live? What's the purpose? And the theistic standpoint of that is that because there's no afterlife, then what are you striving for in this life? What is your purpose in this life? If there is no afterlife, then how can you have an ultimate purpose? Well, I think that answers the question right there. Then if there is no afterlife, then you have to make the most of this life. If you only have one life to live, then you have to make the most of it. Now, conversely, you could ask this same question to theists. If you have this ultimate goal, this afterlife that you are trying to achieve, then why do you insist on living? I mean, I'm not condoning suicide, but I think it's very interesting that we're asked why we live if there's no afterlife. Well, if you believe there is a good afterlife, if there is this ultimate happiness in heaven that you believe, then why do you live? I mean, I've really never heard of. I've heard responses from theists regarding that answer, and it's something like, "Oh, we have to struggle through hardships before we can get to heaven," and whatnot. From a personal standpoint about why I live, again, like I said, because this is my only life I have. Compared to everything else, I have a short time on this earth. Compared, in the 75 to 80 years I have on this earth, I need to make the best of it. And, I don't intend on living a perfect life. I mean, I think that those who strive for a perfect life, they're setting their goal. Perfection obviously is a subjective term, but I live because I feel that I do have a purpose in life. What that purpose is now, as far as a long-term purpose goes, I don't know. I'm still, relatively, I'm still young. I'm only 22 years old. I don't think that I'm at that point in my life where I have to find an ultimate purpose. And if I never find that ultimate one purpose, then that's fine. If I have these small little purposes that I pick up along the way, then that's fine with me. I think one of the small purposes that I have right now is to make people happy. If I make people happy, then I'm happy, and then that's one thing that brings some sense of purpose to me. I don't think that excuse me, I'm mixing my words here. If I make people happy, then that brings some sense of purpose. Then that brings some sense of I'm doing something right. As far as like external causes on why I choose to live is my friends and my family. Those are probably the two biggest factors in my life. I love my family to death. They've always been there for me. I've always been there for them. My friends, I've got a few select best friends who I've been friends with for over 10 years now, and those guys are like brothers to me because I don't have any brothers. I have two sisters, but I don't have any brothers. So, those are two of the big reasons why I live, is because those are obviously, like I said, external causes to why I live, but those are big reasons. Yeah, I think that's really it. I don't want to continue to ramble on here and skew my words and stumble over them and make this video longer than it has to be. So So, alright, YouTube. Have a good night.